Now then. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. If you're in this room and you don't know who I am, then you're probably at the wrong wedding. I am, of course, Lawrence. Alex is younger, taller, stronger. And funnily enough, I've known my brilliant brother Alex for all of my 28 years. Yes, I'm 28. The hairline might say different. Thanks, Dad. And of course, before we dive in, what a wonderful venue this is, by the way. I remember when Alex first brought me around here for the first time, I was looking around thinking, fuck me, this place is amazing. How on earth are you going to afford this? But anyway, here we are on a Thursday in September. But how wonderful does everyone look, right? I think we can all agree, Lauren, you look amazing, along with everyone else up here at the table and also around the room as well. Al, you've cleaned up all right, I suppose. And it's a bonus that we can't see that necklace that you're wearing. Am I pulling it away here? Yeah. No one likes that necklace, by the way. And obviously the bridesmaids, of course, well, you all look lovely. Libby, you look the best, obviously. But I am standing here today feeling proud and accomplished, as Alex has finally had to admit, after all these years, that just for today, I am the best man. I think it says a lot about a man when he chooses his brother as his best man. Mostly, of course, it says, I don't really like my friends. Just kidding, of course, obviously. Alex thinks the world of all his friends. And that's why you're all here today. It's great that Alex and I grew up together with only 2 years apart. We quickly got to the point where we both became parts of each other's friends group. We all get along so well. So I think we're super lucky to have lads like you in our lives. So cheers to you boys, everyone. Can I get a beer as well, please? I'm quite... Thank you. I'd also like to raise a glass to someone who can't be here today, for whatever reason, but someone has given big inspiration to Alex and I, been a pivotal part of our lives, seen us through some amazing highs and some low lows. Gutted they can't be here with us today to celebrate, but I want him to know we're all thinking of him. So a big cheers to Stevie Cooper. Hey! You ready? You dirty sheep-shagging bastards. Anyway, jokes aside, I guess that applies to you as well, Dad. I can't forget the reason why we're all here today. Aside from Alex falling, head over heels for the amazing Lauren, I don't think anyone in this room is happier to see Alex tying the knot with Lauren than our fantastic parents, Erica and Kevin. They've been incredible role models for us both through thick and thin, and honestly, we can't ask for better parents. They've given us some unforgettable memories as kids we'll cherish forever. From holidays here, holidays there, mostly holidays. But a big shout out to Steve and Deb, Jackie and Paul for making all those holidays that extra bit special. So, And I did think I'd got away with the moose story, but, I didn't, so thanks, El. Now, Mum and Dad have been married for over 35 years, and they're still as smitten as ever, sometimes maybe a little bit too much. Just take note, Alan and Lauren, know your limits. But it's their unwavering love and admirable upbringing that's shaped Alex, and hopefully me, into the men that we are today. So thank you, Mum and Dad, for everything. We promise not to embarrass you, hopefully today, but I can't speak on Al's behalf. We all know what he's like after a biv. Yeah. Oh, hold on. So growing up, Alex and I were inseparable. I would play with his toys, he'd play with mine. It's a questionable statement, that, isn't it? But I could have phrased that a little bit better. But he'd also try and steal my stuff and claim it as his own. And I've still not forgotten that Wallace and Gromit house incident on my second birthday. Alex was always there for me as my big brother at school through Chetwynd Road, big up, and George Spencer, until I inevitably took over as being the bigger brother. Now, I'd often find him coming to me in the quad and telling me that he was getting some grief from someone and needed my help. What year was that? Was I in year 7 or year 8? I can't remember. Anyway, just kidding. It seemed like I was following him everywhere, and then I also ended up at the same university as him, where naturally he wanted nothing to do with me. Once I turned 18, Alex was thrilled to have me tag along with all of his friends on a nights out, and then more of us turned 18. We just got into one big group together, like I said before. We had some nights we'll unfortunately never forget. From numerous nights out in Nottingham, nearly having a fight over a slice of Amigos pizza, to days out at the football, crying at Wembley when we got promoted, crying at the City Ground. We're not that emotional, honest, but find ourselves crying everywhere we go. And probably the most memorable night being one in London for a late 18th birthday party from Uncle David. Now, I won't say any more on that one. Those of you familiar with Uncle David, combined with a beer or 10, can probably imagine how that went. Moving on to the start of the happy couple. Now, I actually have no recollection of how they met until recently. After Alex answered some questions in a Mr. and Mrs. thing for Lauren Tendu, I also learned a few extra things about them that now I can't unlearn, but all repeat today. But I think you say you owe Archie an apology. Rumour has it was in fact the famous Corn Mill, Nottingham's finest Green King establishment where they first locked eyes. And Alex knew she was the one. However, I knew nothing of Lauren's existence until I unexpectedly wanted to spend more and more time going out in Long Eaton. Questionable choices were made. And I'm not sure you can call it a night out, to be honest, but now we know why he was so eager. And it's probably somewhere... It's a great place. It's probably somewhere in Long Eaton where I first met Lauren, no doubt after a few too many pints and probably round the corner from Manny H in the kebab shop. From that alone, I could tell straight away they were perfect to each other. Another, however, it wasn't always smooth sailing. Brace yourselves. Not long after they started seeing each other, there was a brief cooling off period, which no one wanted to see really. But from what I've heard in this period of pausing relations, Alex went away with the boys, spent most of his lad's holiday crying on the sunbeds about Lauren. So I think that's... Why is your mate crying? Was one of the most used phrases upon their return. That's the rumour anyway. I think that's when Alex really realised that Lauren was the one. Whereas Lauren, on the other hand, quite smart really, kept one of Alex's favourite hoodies hostage to get him to come back. But it turned out that Ashley had to go over and negotiate its release. Well done, Swiffy. Alex was way too terrified. Ashley ended up giving it back to Alex as a secret Santa present, along with a framed picture of Lauren wearing the hoodie. Now, if that isn't true love, then I don't know what is. I think it was that brought them back together, and they've been inseparable ever since. That's the hoodie and Alex, that is, not Lauren. Just kidding. After they realised they were being stupid and how much they missed each other, I remember Lauren started coming over and spending more and more time at 7 Golden Gardens. Gardens, John, by the way. It was so nice in this time to be able to get to know her properly. However, there was something that always puzzled me. At least from what I could hear from downstairs anyway. Sounded like there's a lot of serious DIY work going up in Elle's bedroom. We thought maybe they're putting up shelves, hammering away at who knows what, assuming Lauren wanted to put a stamp on, their bedroom. But here's the catch, right? Nothing ever changed. It always looked the same. So no idea what was going up there. Whatever it would just be one of those mysteries. But yeah, it was fantastic to see how Lauren not only stole Alex's heart and his hoodies, but also how much she became such an integral part of our family. I mean, Lauren is like one of the missing pieces of the Williamson puzzle. She's extremely kind, caring, compassionate, funny, and of course, stunning. Oh, hold on. And as we all know, she loves a pink gin every now and then. Well, that pretty much ticks all the boxes for becoming a Williamson, or so I'm told. In fact, it's true that she's almost become like a sister to me over the years. Sorry. Now, where the bloody hell was I? Hold on. There we go. I mean, it's safe to say that Dad's gin collection has taken quite a beating since Lauren joined the family. And we joke it's the main Williamson family entry requirement, so if they like a drink, they're in. So well done, Lauren, and well done, Libby, so far. But in all seriousness, Lauren, you brought so much joy and laughter into our lives. We couldn't be happier to welcome you into the Williamson clan today. Anyway, as the years went by, a sausage dog and a house later, what more could they want? The pressure started to mount for Elle to pop the question. We'd all grill him every week we went out when he was going to do it. But to be fair, he stuck to his guns and kept it to himself. And there was one point in Florida where we suddenly thought it was going to happen. I think Lauren thought that as well at the Magic Kingdom fireworks display. As she rushed around to get ready, get there in time, and Lauren got her nails done just in case, but it wasn't meant to be. Not so magic after all. In fact, I'll patiently wait for the right time and the right place to get down on one knee. Somewhere that means so much to them and us as a family, their favourite romantic spot, which probably just edged out Sisley Park for the top spot. Oh, God, sorry. I mean, I still can't believe you put poor Rudy through such a thing. It was, of course, on the stunning Bidbury Beach where the magic moment happened. Now, little did I know what was about to happen until about 10 minutes before. I'd nipped to the loo in the car park before, just washing my hands. Al came in, caught me completely off guard, whipped out the ring box and opened it right in front of my face. Now, as much as I love you and I appreciate the gesture, it's a lovely ring, and I just didn't think it was right, so I had to say no. But honestly, we just stared at each other with big smiles on our face, and I was in such shock and disbelief that I uncontrollably let out the biggest fart you've ever heard. I mean, genuinely, I was concerned about the seismic activity it could have triggered down on the beach. But it was at that moment that we both burst out into a fit of laughter, and I was so excited for what was to come shortly after. We all walked over the beach, and it was only Dad and I that actually knew what was happening. I remember the immense feeling of shock, happiness, love that washed over us all when Al dropped down to one knee behind Lauren and instantly turned into a blubbering mess at the foot of Burr Island. I don't think Lauren knew what to say or do, probably because she had no idea what he was trying to say. He turned into one big emotional wreck, and it was great. But it was a perfect moment I'll treasure for a very long time as a brother. And we were so honoured to share that moment with you. Safe to say that a fair amount of beer, gin and Prosecco was consumed after that. Especially after, that evening you asked me to be your best man, or I think Libby might have put the words into your mouth, to be fair, but I hope that wasn't too forced. And here we are, nearly 2 years of planning, 5 days in Albufeira with the best bunch of lads you could ask for. We return with some memories to cherish, as well as some pictures and footage I think that we'd rather forget. I don't know if you brought your GoPro, Martin, but you can get that up on the big screen later, that'd be great. If anyone wants to see that, by the way, we'll have a special screen in the drawing room this evening. Hangovers, on the other hand, was something else, and rumour has it that Bailey's still fast asleep in that bedroom. Anyway, God bless you boys. And who knows how many Sunday dinners we've spent talking about wedding plans, celebrating the marriage of these two wonderful people. I've got no idea what we're going to talk about at the dinner table anymore, so we'll see what happens. But Al, I couldn't wish for this kind of happiness for a genuinely nicer human. So proud to call you my big brother. The people pleaser, as we call you, or Foghorn Leghorn. Don't tell him any secrets, because it won't be a secret for very long. You always go out your way to make sure every last person is happy before yourself, even if it makes you uncomfortable. On top of this, your sense of humour, generosity, love for Forest, and basically any sport involving a bowl are all admirable and parts of who you are. I've genuinely never heard a bad thing said about you, even from your colleagues and bosses at work who can't speak highly enough of you, and they've got to deal with you on a daily basis. You will always be the dodgiest guy, though, or dodgy Al, if you will. You did say earlier, actually, that there's going to be a sale on dodgy boxes to commemorate today's celebration, so if you want to grab him later, he'll sort you out with 7,000 live channels, 13,000 on-demand series and films at a very reasonable price. But you've always been there for me through thick and thin, a shoulder to laugh and a shoulder to cry on. Most recently watching Forest at Wembley, or watching Forest beat Arsenal last season to stay up. I think Forest games make us cry, for good or bad. And today, as we bask in this glorious weather, I can't help but feel that Grandma and Grandad are looking down on you with bursting hearts of love and pride. For the remarkable man that you've become, I'm sure we'll raise a glass of whiskey or a toast of Baileys to them. What's that beer, by the way? On top of all that, I couldn't wish for a better big brother, a role model, or a best friend. God, it's hot. Or a better person to share the Ilkeston and surrounding area's strongest brothers title. Even though you do have a questionable fashion sense, you do look unbelievably dapper today, so I think everyone would agree on that. So to wrap this up, finally, I'm sure you're all thinking, let's raise our glasses high and toast the incredible journey that Alex and Lauren are embarking on today. May your love continue to grow with each passing day. Your laughter fill every room you enter, and your adventures together be endless. A wise man once said 37 years ago, they say the sun shines on the righteous And once again, it's come out to shine on the Williamsons today. Let's all join in celebrating this beautiful couple as they begin a new chapter in these lives. Please stand if you can, still, I know, again. And join me in toasting to the newlyweds, Alex and Lauren, as we wish them a lifetime filled with love, happiness, and unforgettable memories. Cheers. God. Still need that beer. Huh?